Hello everybody, we're going to hit you up with another presidential election. This one, the election of 1984. Ronald Reagan going for the second term. Can he get it done? Let's find that out right now. Now, we're going to start off with the incumbent party, and that's the Republican Party. Ronald Reagan, incumbent president from California. He's elected in a landslide in 1980, and he doesn't really face any opposition. Any real opposition to his renomination. Now, token opposition is going to come from, Harold Stassen of Minnesota and Ben Fernandez of California, but Ronald Reagan is easily going to win renomination. George H.W. Bush is vice president from Texas. He's also going to win renomination for vice president. Now that we have our Republican ticket of Reagan and Bush, let's go to the Democrats. Now, the Democratic nomination wide open after the Democrats got their butt kicked by the Republicans in 1980. The candidates putting themselves up for nomination were Walter Mondale of Minnesota, Jimmy Carter's vice president, Senator Gary Hart from Colorado, Jesse Jackson of Illinois, Senator John Glenn of Ohio, George McGovern of South Dakota, the 1972 Democratic nominee, Reuben Askew of Florida, Senator Alan Cranston of California, and Senator Ernest Hollings of South Carolina. At the end of the day, it is going to be Mondale who receives the Democratic nomination for president, and he's going to bring along for the ride Geraldine Ferraro, Congresswoman from New York, as his running mate. This is the first time a female has been nominated for any position, president or vice president, by a major party. So very historic Democratic National Convention. Now that we have a Republican ticket of Reagan and Bush and our Democratic ticket of Mondale and Ferraro, let's head off to the campaign trail and see who's going to win this thing. Now, Mondale's going to run a liberal campaign. He's supporting a nuclear freeze, and he supports the Equal Rights Amendment. Remember, the Republicans had ended their 40-year endorsement of the ERA in 1980. He spoke against what he considered to be unfairness in Reagan's economic policies and the need to reduce federal budget deficits. Now, while Ferraro's choice was popular among Democratic activists, polls immediately after the announcement show that only 22% of women were excited about her selection versus 18% who agree that it was a bad idea. 60% of all voters thought that pressure from women's groups had led to Mondale's decision versus 22% who believed that he had chosen the best available candidate. Some members of the hierarchy of the Roman Catholic Church criticized the Catholic Ferraro for being pro-choice on abortion. Already fighting an uphill battle with voters, Ferraro also faced a slew of allegations mid-campaign directed toward her husband, John Zuccarro. These allegations included Zuccarro's possible past involvement in organized crime, pornography distribution, and campaign contribution violations. Ferraro responded to these allegations against her husband by releasing her family tax returns to the media on August 21, 1984. However, the damage to the campaign was already done. Now, at a campaign stop in Hamilton, New Jersey, Reagan said, "America's future rests in 1,000 dreams inside your hearts. It rests in the message of hope in songs of a man so many young Americans admire, New Jersey's Bruce Springsteen." The Reagan campaign briefly used "Born in the USA," a song criticizing the treatment of Vietnam War veterans, which they mistakenly thought was devoid of anti-war content, as a campaign song without permission until Springsteen, a lifelong Democrat, insisted that they stop. Now, the Reagan campaign was very skilled at producing effective television advertising. Two of the more memorable ads it produced were commonly known as "Bear in the Woods" and "Morning in America." Now, Reagan was the oldest person to have ever served at this time. He was 73. and there were many questions about his capacity to endure the grueling demands of the presidency, particularly after Reagan had a poor showing in his first debate with Mondale on October 7th. He referred to having started going to church here in Washington, although the debate was in Louisville, Kentucky, referred to military uniforms as wardrobe, and admitted to being confused, among other mistakes. In the next debate on October 21st, however, Reagan joked, "I will not make an age an issue of this campaign. I am not going to exploit for political purposes my opponent's youth and inexperience." Mondale himself laughed at the joke and later admitted that Reagan had effectively neutralized the age issue. And quote, "If TV can tell the truth as you say it can, you'll see that I was smiling. But I think if you come in close, you'll see some tears coming down because I knew he had gotten me there. That was really the end of my campaign that night. I think the campaign was, I told my wife the campaign was over, and it was." And now, before we get to the results, Ronald Reagan, 69 days into his presidency, survives an assassination attempt. He is shot in the chest by a guy named John Hinckley Jr., who attempted to kill Reagan in order to win the affections, I suppose, of a woman named Jodie Foster, and he was eventually committed to a mental institution for his crime, and Reagan survived the shooting. And now, with that in mind, let's go to the results right now. Now, this is going to be an electoral massacre for the Democratic Party. 525 electoral votes are going to go to Ronald Reagan and the Republicans, and he's very easily going to win re-election. Mondale and the Democrats only managed to carry Minnesota and Washington, D.C., adding up to only 13 electoral votes. In terms of the popular vote, 58.8% is going to go for Reagan and the Republicans. 40.6% are going to vote for Mondale and the Democrats. Now, Reagan's electoral performance is the highest total ever received by a presidential candidate, and it ranks 4th by percent electoral votes received out of total available electoral votes. Reagan's margin of victory in the popular vote ranks 7th of all presidential elections, and no candidate since then has managed to equal or surpass Reagan's 1984 electoral results. Now, Reagan is going to serve his second term before he has to step aside and let somebody else take the reins. Who's going to be that person? We'll find out in the election of 1988, which we will talk about next time. And with that in mind, I hope you enjoyed this video, an electoral massacre by the Republican Party. Reagan wins big time. If you haven't seen any of my previous videos, go ahead and watch those if you want. And with that, we will see you next time with the election of 1988.